Nikita Noel's mom wants death penalty for daughter's killer. Tears flown openly on Saturday at the Thanksgiving service for the 9-year-old Nikita Noel, who was found dead in bushes at the side of a road in her home community of Kew in Hanover in February. The grieving mother of Nikita, Nardia Edwards, wants the life of the man responsible for her child's death. 42-year-old construction worker Omar Green of Barbary Hill, Lucy in Hanover, who was the partner of Nikita's mother, was charged with murder and rape last Thursday. However, charges laid by the police against her ex-boyfriend are not enough for the loss of her only daughter, who lived with her. Edwards wants him dead too. "It hurts just to see my daughter go down. It is not a pretty sight. As much as the person is charged, that is not justice in my eyes. My daughter goes down, he should go down too. That is my justice," Edwards told reporters. "How we do a crime like that and sit in jail and eating taxpayer money, laughing and me out here weeping all night? That is not closure," said Edwards, who wants the mandatory death penalty for persons found guilty of murder. "One thing I ask for is for the government change the law. You do a crime like that, they find you guilty, injection. Die right there. That is justice. Too much of this going on. At the end, to put this, Joanna never deserved this," expressed the mother. It was also too painful for Edwards, who found it offensive to refer to Green as her daughter's stepfather. "He was no stepfather. That was long in the past. How could a father do this to his daughter? You call that a stepfather? That is an evil person," stated Edwards, who took the time to thank those who have been providing support and counseling from across the country. It was also painful for Nikita's taxi driver Richards to speak when reporters caught up with him at the complex, formerly known as Jackie International Garment Factory in Lucy, where the Thanksgiving service was held. Richards is one who left her at the usual spot on that day. She was found dead, the foot of a dirt road leading up to a hill to where her family lives. The glowing tributes and remembrance painted a picture of the promising future of Nikita, who lived a short life. Member of Parliament for Hanover Western Tamika Davis, who represented National Security Minister Dr. Horace Strang, told the media, in her capacity as a lawyer, that the law for such an offense speaks to 25 years to life. "You would have heard our Minister of Justice, S0rrow, indicating that it is the intention of Parliament to have this increased to 40 years. As it is now, I'm sure that when this matter comes up before a competent judge and everything is properly outlined, then given the status, that there would be ways that the judge can deal with this," said Davis. For her part, Antoinette Wright, principal of Esher Primary, where Nikita was a student since 2019, said the incident has left the school community in a state of dream. She said Nikita, who demonstrated leadership skills, was a polite student who looked out for the best interests of all. She was also a good mathematician and reader. "We are deeply saddened, and sometimes, having even completed the celebration and service of Thanksgiving, it still feels like a bad dream, and like we're going to anticipate that any minute now, we are going to wake up out of that bad dream. But then the reality said to us, no, she is gone," Wright explained. She said it is heart-wrenching to believe that someone close to her community would have caused her so much trauma and tragedy. Acting Senior Education Officer for the Primary Unit, Jacqueline Brown, said the arrest of Green is not something the school committee dwells on, but closure comes when we put ourselves together and unite and deal with this situation at the ministry level, and also what we look to is when the government and the police force have to deal with when it comes to crime and violence. Deputy Mayor for Lucy, Andrew Duhaney Grant, said the parish was saddened to know that the person have seen is a part of the norm of destroying children in our nation. She also expressed the hope that this will not continue and that this is something that the public will try and fight. Three detained, car seized following Portland robbery. Police seized a car and detained 3 men following robbery in Snow Hill in Port Antonio, Portland, Friday night. The men are to face an identification parade in connection with the robbery, the police stated. It was reported that around 11:05 p.m., a 60-year-old bartender was held up and robbed of her cellular phone, assorted liquors, and an undetermined sum of cash by 3 men traveling in a white Toyota Probox motor car. Police said a white Probox, fitting the description of one used in the robbery, was later intercepted by a police team. A cellular phone was recovered in the seized car, and 3 men who were traveling in the vehicle were taken into custody. 11 killed in traffic crashes March 4 to 10, says RSU. 11 people were killed in motor vehicle crashes during the week of March 4 to 10. The latest fatalities have pushed the number of persons killed on the nation's roads since the start of the year to 85 from 74 fatal crashes as at Friday, March 10. This is according to the latest statistics released on Friday by the Road Safety Unit RSU. The Road Safety Unit said 4 of those killed over the 7-day period were motorcyclists, 3 were pedestrians, and 2 were pedal cyclists. The driver of a private motor car and a private motor car passenger were also killed. Meanwhile, the Road Safety Unit is reporting that fatal crashes have decreased by 11%, while fatalities have decreased by 9% when compared with the corresponding period last year. The Road Safety Unit is also reporting the following. Fatalities for 2023 are projected to increase by 0.4% this year when compared with 2022. Pedestrians account for 27% of road users killed as of March 10. Motorcyclists account for 28% of road users killed as of March 10. Private motor vehicle passengers account for 6% of road users killed this year. Private motor vehicle passengers account for 6% of all fatalities in 2023. Vulnerable road users, pedestrian, pedal cyclists, motorcyclists, and pillion riders account for 69% of road users killed as of March 10, 2023. The RSU is also reporting that males and females account for 91% and 9% respectively of the road fatalities as of March 10.